Well, hello there, everybody. It's Wednesday night, and you're asking yourselves, what happened to Tuesday? Well, Tuesday kind of didn't happen for me. I was a little bit of a sickly chap and wasn't available, and the lovely Dani was very patient, and she said we could do a 2-day accountability call today. Again, that's kind of what's important about that is sometimes, either person can't be the accountability partner that day for something. Could be a meeting, could be ill, could be family emergency, whatever it is. And that's okay. Give your accountability partner the permission to do that because we all have our personal lives. But at the same time, jump straight back on the horse as soon as you can. So we are back on the horse today, but we just have 2 days to report on. But first of all, obviously we need, this is a 2-terminal universe. And at the moment, you're only hearing one terminal. So there must be another one somewhere. And we know who that is. That is the lovely Miss Texas, marketing consultant, Dani Lane.
Hello.
How are you, lovey?
I'm doing wonderful.
Fantastic. All right. Well, the thing is, also just again for everybody who's listening in, Dani needs this call to be short because she's with family and doesn't want to be away from them. So we're going to respect her wishes, and we're going to dive straight on in. And first of all, we need to talk about yesterday. So how did things go yesterday?
Yeah, so yesterday I went in and I tried to contact some of the people that I gave a call to Monday, and they didn't either they didn't respond, or their phone was on silent, or they gave me a text that said, I can't talk right now. What is it? And I just gave a brief message saying, oh, nothing, sorry to bother you, but give me a call back when you have a chance. I wanted to chat with you about something. And then, just most of the people that I called either weren't successful as far as they wouldn't answer. I pretty much called everybody on the 10 call list that I had set up. I wasn't completely sure if I was supposed to just start going into the remaining 50 or I guess 40 people. So I mean, some of them I wanted to, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to do that, or you wanted me to do that. So it wasn't as successful as the day before, but I got three on Monday, and yesterday wasn't the most successful.
Okay, and that's I appreciate you being so sweet and telling me exactly how it is. You made the effort, you tried to make the calls, you left a message. I'm not a big fan of sorry to bother you, by the way.
Okay.
I don't think you're bothering anybody. And I'm a big proponent of posture. And if I call you and say, in different circumstances, absolutely, but this is a business conversation. And, as a salesperson, I wouldn't call someone and be apologizing to bother them. So I know that's your kindness and sweetness and this type of thing, but and there are times for that. But in a business situation, you're not bothering anybody. You're arranging a time to get with someone to talk to them about some business. And that's how it is. And again, just from the posture perspective, it's a very small thing, but I wouldn't be sorry to bother anyone. I would do what you're doing. But the people you did you leave messages for those folks?
No, I don't leave voicemail ever. If anything, if I've called them once, I don't leave a message. If I call them twice, that's when I send a text message saying, hey, I'm sorry if I caught you at a bad time, but give me a call back when you have a moment. I'd like to talk to you about something.
Okay.
So,
again, I wouldn't be sorry I caught someone at a bad time. Again, that's a posture thing, and it's your sweetness. It's because you're such a kind, sweet person that you don't want to intrude on anybody. There's other ways of wording it. So, and by starting a text with sorry, it immediately, for me, is just putting a little damper on your posture. So, and I'd like to give you a coaching on the messages as well. I always leave a message. Yes, I always leave a voicemail message, and I'll explain why. Because we don't want to waste time just constantly calling and calling and calling. We want to have our 10 names, try to reach them, and then do whatever happens with those 10 names. And next week, we're going to purge whatever 10 names we had the week before and start with 10 fresh names. And so let me kind of go into that in a little bit, again, bearing in mind the time we've got here. So my first call, if I was calling you, I'd say, hey, Dani, I just wanted to give you a quick call. I've got some business I need to talk to you about, or however you want to say it. Can you give me a call? So you know it's me, and there's a higher chance you'll call me back if I left you a message. Now, I know less people listen to voicemail messages now, so I think your texting is a good idea. But let's just go the voicemail route for right now. So the first call, just left you a message. Second call, same day. Hey, Dani, I left a message for you earlier on. Trying to get hold of you. Give me a call.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's it. Okay. Then if I still haven't heard from you, the next day I'll say, hey, Dani, is everything okay? I left you a couple of messages yesterday, and you're usually so good at getting back to me. Is everything okay? Can you give me a call?
That's good. Yeah. Okay.
Add a little bit of guilt in there, and then I'll leave it another full 24 hours. And the fourth call will be, hey, Dani, you must be out of town or something's going on. I've left a few messages for you, and you haven't been able to call me back. I don't want to keep, leaving voicemail messages on your phone. So this is the last time I'm gonna call. But when you get this message, give me a call back, and then I'm purging them.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm only going to purge them for about 2 to 3 months. But I don't want that person I cannot reach, who's either away or just avoiding my calls, stopping me calling someone else.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why I leave voicemail messages, is because we want to get through the written list. And if we don't leave voicemail messages, then they're not going to be calling us back. Now, those messages can also be texts, especially the third one. Hey, I've left you a couple of voicemail messages. I'm not sure if you're picking your voicemail messages up, so I thought I'd text you. Hope everything's okay. I'm not sure you're not calling me back. Give me a call. A text is fine. But there's definitely a 4-call process to this. And the reason being is we don't want to hold on to names for too long, because names will hang around. We constantly call them same names. And if we can't reach them by the 4th call, we take it away. It gives us the power back. There's nothing worse, right, than being the loser girlfriend who's trying to call the boy and he's not calling you back, right? It takes steals all your power. I know that's never happened to you because, of course, the boys are always calling you.
No, never.
But that 4th call of taking it away, it's amazing how many people will then call you, and even if they don't, you've got the power back because you took it away from them.
Yeah.
And then you purge them for a call back in 2 months.
Yeah.
So you just put them back on the list, and they'll come up in 2 months. And if they're away that time, then you'll get them in 2 months. But the good thing about that is that then clears the name out of the way for new names next week. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we do. And again, just nice, simple voicemail messages, no details. Been trying to reach you, give me a call back. And a little bit of posture, so no apologies, no sorry if I go to the wrong time, whatever, and you'll be good to go. Okay?
Okay, perfect. No more sorries.
Yes, no more sorries. And again, that doesn't stop you being nice and lovely. It's just we're just going to elevate your posture a little bit. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Was there anything else yesterday you wanted to share?
Not that is coming to my mind right now, but if it comes up, I will mention it tomorrow.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine. All right, so what about today? What happened today?
So today, after I finished at work, I called 4 different people. I got 2 people on the line. Actually, I got 3 people on the line, but one I left a message for actually yesterday when I called the first time. So I guess I didn't do the same twice. I left her a text message because I didn't know if she had my number saved. So it's just kind of like some people won't answer phone numbers they don't recognize. So I just want to be preemptive and say, hey, this is Dani Lane. We worked together before at so-and-so. I wasn't sure if you saved my number. Give me a call back when you have a chance. I'm not sure if I caught you at work. So, give me a call back when you have a chance, and I'll talk to you soon. And then
That's awesome.
I called her. Yeah, and then I called her again today, and nothing so far. And then the second person I called, well, I really just want to share this because it's an experience, and I thought you might have some stuff to say about it, and because it was actually one of my first experiences in taking it away. So
Right.
It wasn't anything dramatic or ferocious, but it was another person I used to work with at a different company, the marketing company, and he is in construction now. And when he called me back. Actually, he called me back, and he was still at work. And so I was like, hey, you know what? It seems kind of noisy. You might be busy. Go ahead and give me a call back when you're finished at work. I wanted to tell you about something. He's like, oh, okay. And so, I was in a rush. I said, hey, I got to go to the gym. And I was. I was about to walk in the gym. And so then when later on he texted me, he goes, hey, just go ahead and text me whatever it was. And so I'm not going to fall for that again. I did that before. And so I said, you know what, it's really actually something I'd like to discuss with you. Just give me a call back when you can. And he responded with, you know what, I just got off work. I really don't feel like talking on the phone. And so I said, well, that's okay. What are you doing this weekend? How about we meet up on Sunday and have coffee? And the funniest thing that I didn't expect, he said to me, and this might happen to other people that might listen to this later, he thought that I was hitting on him, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So things got a little awkward just for a moment. He texted back, said, hey, I have a girlfriend. I'm like, whoa, no. I just wanted to catch up on old times. Like, I wasn't trying to approach you in that way. I didn't say I apologized. I just said, no, that wasn't what I meant. I was just trying to catch up on old times. Please bring her if you'd like. Let me know.
Perfect.
And then, it didn't go well. He was trying to make excuses, like maybe she wouldn't want to go. And I was like, you know what? That's totally fine. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. And then I just took it away because
great.
He's trying to avoid me, and he did it before, and so I'm purging him.
Brilliant. No, that good for you. I'm very proud of you because that's exactly what you should do. Because you now have walked away from that call with the strength, with the power. Otherwise, if you'd kept trying, he's got the power. He thinks you're hitting on him, so his ego is already boosted. But you took it right back. You told him to bring his girlfriend, but he's still avoiding you. So boom. Take it away. That's exactly what I would have done. So good for you, and don't be afraid to do that. That's perfectly fine. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So now, again, I'm conscious about your time. So let's crack on.
So the two successful calls. One was Gloria. She is the hairstylist, and the way I approached her call. When I got her, she's so busy. She's back in school now, so she's doing hairdressing and she's going to school, which is great because we want busy people. And so when I called her, I had to wing it a little bit because I wasn't sure what she was doing these days. And so the school kind of played into it. And I was like, oh, okay, when I was when I was inviting her, I was saying, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. What I'd really like to do is this. So I started a new business project. It's been doing pretty well so far in the Dallas area. I know that, you're in such a position where you meet so many new people every day on all different kinds of walks of life. I thought, if I wanted to put something in front of you, it's actually how I said it. It's like, I'd really like to put it in front of you, get some feedback on it, and because you might know some people that would find an interest in it. So, but I don't know what your schedule looks like. I seem to use that a lot in my invites. I don't know what your schedule looks like.
That's
so,
fine.
I mean, what kind of free time do you have? Do you have like 20 minutes on Friday at some point? And so she ended up saying, yeah, absolutely, And she tried to ask me, what it was, and I said, it's kind of difficult for me to explain over the phone. It's more visual, and I'm about to run out the door. So if we can carve out like 20 minutes of your time, then it'll be easier for me to explain.
Okay, cool. All right, great, good job, fantastic. Couldn't be more impressed. That's a great job and 100% success. All we want is for them to look. Now, okay, now our team call is going to start very shortly, and they're going to be using this line. So let's jump onto the last one real quick, and let's get that one done.
Okay, perfect. And the second one that I spoke to, her name was Mary. She was my host at an Airbnb in Houston, and she just seemed like such a great personality, very personable. She is a widower, and her sons have all left the house, and she doesn't really have a steady job. She does a lot of different things here and there, but she also has like residual income from oil in her family from long ago. So she has an idea of how the residual thing works. And, I just asked her, I was like, I just thought it was somewhat of a similar invite, except for it wasn't so much, hey, like, who do you know? It was more of like, I think, I really admired your personality. I feel like we clicked really well. I'd like to put this, business project that I just started in front of you, get some feedback and, see if something clicks with you, see if you find an interest in it. But, I'm headed out the door right now. When would be a good time? And she actually sounded really excited about it. So, yeah.
Good deal. If you're getting a response of someone being excited, you obviously did a good job. And I don't want to, I would have worded it very slightly differently. But if you're getting excited responses, I wouldn't change it. I think you're doing great. I think putting a business in front of someone is great. To get your take on the business, I think that works perfectly well. And if you're getting people to take a look, then hey, who am I to criticize? At the end of the day, the purpose of the Purge call is to get 2 invites done a day, so that people take a look at the business. Whether they join or not is then going to be up to them. But good job. So 3 calls and 2 opportunities to show the plan. Good job. But I'm going to have to let you go. We've got people starting to come on the call for the team call. Yes, thank you so much for getting on the call tonight, and I will chat to you tomorrow. And then I'm going to hand this call now over to Michelle so that she can say hi to everybody who's getting on the call. Dani, thanks for getting on the call, my lovely, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow night. And I'll promise I'll get back to you on the wording for that particular invite.